Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Ant Pod. Today, I'm not just sitting here and looking at my audio waves. No, today we have Ant Scandinavia with me here on the podcast. Say hello.
What's up?
Hello, and what's up to you? So for all of those who don't know us, didn't hear the first podcast, Tanya was also supposed to join, but he sadly had some family barbecue that was more important than the all.
I gotta get his priorities straight.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the Ant Pod is the Ant Pod. Yeah. Either way, we'll schedule another time. But Ant Scandinavia is a YouTuber with over 10,000 subscribers, but he's also a creator that doesn't upload too much, and that is some of the things we will talk about during this podcast. But first, let's get the chat rolling. So, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing awesome actually. I would just thank you for having me. It's kind of cool to be on an ant-related podcast. It's not something you do every day.
You say thank you for having me. I mean, you were one of the two main guys who inspired me to join this. So thank you for us.
You're not allowed to make me blush, man. Don't make me blush. Enough with the praising.
I mean, it's actually I went back and saw a comment I made. It's almost
really?
It's on the third video. Then that's when I discovered you. So yeah.
Oof. Yeah, let's not talk about those. Let's not talk about those days.
Yeah, good old times. So yeah. So you were actually one of the people who inspired me. So yeah, thank you for joining me.
That's awesome.
But yeah, you're not that active on YouTube at the moment. What are you using your time doing?
I mean, I am studying a biology bachelor's at Stockholm University. So I am very busy with that. And I have a lot of other hobbies. You know, I have other animals and I do other things. I play video games. I play role-playing games. I photograph. There's a lot of things that I do essentially. So, you know, YouTube is really fun to do. But I have a problem with a lot of hobbies, so it gets forgotten.
Priorities.
Yeah, I gotta get them straight.
So you said you had a lot of animals. Well, what else do you have except for ants?
I mean, the thing is that I don't live. I have split up my collection, so to speak. I have most of my animals far in the forest, and there I go on the weekends. So then, like all days, I just take care of them, and then it's all the ants, and I have a lot of isopods, other beetles, and sometimes other insects, and I have lizards sometimes. So it's a varied collection.
You have quite a lot.
Yeah.
I have cats, dogs, and ants. So yeah.
Oh yeah, we have 12 dogs as well.
But, wait, what?
That's 12? Another.
12.
Nah, you know, I live in Sweden. We ride our huskies to school along with the polar bears and everything. So
oh yeah. I remember seeing videos of that online. Yeah.
No, actually, we do have 12, I think. We had 12 at least. It might be 10 now. I don't know. But yeah, husky dogs. It's my dad's. But so I don't really take care of them. But yeah.
Yeah, I have so many ants that I can't count them. Okay, that's dogs. Okay, different story. Okay, well, before we get into a bit more of the serious questions with why you're not uploading that much, although I guess we have answered that a little bit. Why haven't we seen a face reveal?
I don't know. It never really just came natural. I don't like showing my face. I think I look bad on pictures and stuff. So that's the main reason.
Because you're Swedish, I guess, or
I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable with it, and it's just turned into why. It's not the hugest thing that I want to hide or anything. It's just like I don't really care. It's yeah.
I mean, the channel should not be about the face if you don't want to make it about the face. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's your thing, right? That's your thing. You have this whole show and everything, so that's just another style of making videos, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. It's two different perspectives. Like even if we look at aesthetic ants, it's just done the same. No face reveal yet,
exactly.
At least. So you said you had 12 dogs or 10 dogs, and you had quite a lot of different animals. How many ant colonies do you currently have?
Damn, I got asked that question recently, but I can't remember. I have around like 50 for the shop. I don't know if I can make a little shout out. I have a
It's okay.
shop,
You can make a shop. Yeah.
Scandinavia.com, where I sell ants, and that also takes up a lot of my time to take care of all of them. So like 50 colonies for that, and then my private colonies maybe are 30 more or something around there. I don't really know. It's always fluctuating.
Yeah. But if you have you have a shop and you of course make a little commercial here on the Anpod, so now all of the world will know about it. But else you've only shared it on Instagram, as far as I know. Why haven't you made a dedicated video?
Yeah, about the shop. I mean, I didn't. I do most things just for fun. Like I don't look. I don't have any goal. Like, oh, I'm gotta make it big. You gotta earn a lot from it. Like it was just I sold through DMs earlier, which yeah, you shouldn't do, by the way. So it was really annoying keeping track of everything. So, and then me and a friend was just like, hey, let's make a website. And he's good at coding. He's good at those kind of stuff, and I'm good at that. So
So
it
it's
was
another hobby
basically just for
project.
fun. Exactly.
Yeah.
There we go. There's another hobby project. It's
So I mean, I read this question before I really talked with you, but considering how you spend your time outside YouTube, how are you fitting YouTube into this? And I guess it's more of a hobby to you, but
yeah,
are you
exactly.
making videos like constantly, or just taking big breaks and then going all in and then kind of?
Nah,
How
it's
does it
when I have
work?
time, essentially. It's if I, it's Thursday and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna actually have time. I don't have any big tests. I don't have anything to study this weekend. I'm actually gonna have free time, and then I plan in my head like, okay, maybe I'll make a nest. Maybe I'll make an update. Maybe I'll, do something, and then I try to do it. It usually takes maybe 2 days, 3 days to record everything. And of course, since I talked earlier, I live where I have all of my recording stuff and all my aunts are. I go there only on the weekends. So usually recording spans like maybe 2 weeks because I'm only there 2 days in the week. Um, but then I basically just do everything, just like record no, sorry, edit everything in one single night. Um,
That sounds like a long night.
yeah, it takes like 6 hours or so to get a video edited. But it's really fun to edit though. So
Yeah, I love to edit, but when you're trying to put videos out every week, you have those days where you just don't want to edit.
yeah, I don't understand how you do that, man. That's it's yeah, I could never. I could never.
Uh, so so since you're like doing it in breaks, are there any videos you're currently working on, or is it just all a break right now?
Um yeah, right now there's actually been a lot of other things in my life. With university starting and well, I don't need to get into every detail, but like a lot of other
That is what we have a podcast for. Just we have the time, but no.
nah, but I play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons, and that is something that I've put more and more effort into. I'm a DM and I play in another group and etc. etc. So it's just another hobby that has taken over so much, and yeah. So I have actually uh, I have what is it? I think it's actually 2 videos that I started on, but then it kind of fell out of my attention or whatever, my priority.
Yeah, put them
Um,
on the side.
yeah, exactly.
Are they
It,
then ready to be made, or do they still need work, or how
no,
far
one
are
of them
they?
is making a very very I would say ambitious nest. So that one is maybe 20% done, the nest, and the others are making unboxings and updates and stuff. So
Oh, nice.
yeah,
How's your meta colony doing, by the way, guys? I mean, that has
yeah, my
been some
mesa
of your
colony.
main colony. You had the big setup that then
Yeah,
didn't win. Wait, the big setup didn't go that well. Then you made a new setup and a new setup.
yeah,
How are they
it's
doing?
they're doing fine. I would say they are they're a bit of a um, an annoying colony to keep, if I'm being honest. They have the dirt setup that I made for them in the video. I made it really nice, with plants and everything. And they messed it all up in about a week. So now it's
That's
just
surprised.
super ugly, just like all dirt. And the problem is that I didn't leave enough space from the level of the dirt to the lid. So right now they
Oh,
have used dirt all the way up to the lid. And luckily the lid is fastened with magnets, so it's kind of safe. But yeah, it's like and every time I open and spray it down or something, they're just like 50 ants outside, and I have to sweep them up.
yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah, but actually, the downside of having a dirt setup like that is, you don't really know if the queen is well. Like I've had colonies which are large, which just the queen, I find her one day decapitated or something. It's just the weirdest reasons. Even though I have, from my knowledge, a very well cared colony with correct food and the right amount of food and attention and everything. So I haven't seen her since I made the setup. But their numbers aren't decreasing, so I guess that's good.
Yeah, I guess that it's yeah. That's always the thing with ants. Sometimes they die where you can like get a reason, maybe stress, and then I remember seeing your stories where you're just like, oh, she was dead. That's sad. I remember your story, and I think you also made a post about it. One of the colonies had
Oh yeah,
died.
yeah. That was one of the laziest colonies, which just it's so
Yeah,
weird. It's so
it's
annoying.
sad.
I had a very nice Colobopsis Leonardi, I think. Yeah, it's I don't want to guess too much. I can't remember. I think it was a Colobopsis species at least. And it was just a queen. She had like 3 eggs, and I made her a nice larger test tube setups with wood and stuff so that she could dig, and she loved it. She like made tunnels just a few days, and then 1 week after, when I was about to check in on her and give her some honey, she was she was dead. So it's
Yeah.
just like, why why do you have to do this?
Yeah, I got a Lasius Filiginosus colony,
Oh.
and oh no, I got the queen, and then I introduced her to some workers, and it
Mhm.
all went well. And then a week later, she was just dead.
Yeah, parasitic
Luckily,
colonies are horrible.
luckily, I got a new queen, and just
Oh,
gave
really?
her. Yeah, I just found a new queen, and then I
Wow,
just gave her
lucky.
the old colony, and now the new queen have eggs. So yeah.
Oh my god, dude. Good job.
Looking
That's
forward
awesome.
to seeing the queen being dead in a month when she has larvae.
Yeah, exactly. Nah, damn, Philignosis is really awesome. I've only caught one queen, and when I did, I couldn't find for the life of me like another colony and with like brood and stuff.
Yeah.
Even
Uh,
how much I looked. Super annoying. The moment you want to find laces, you don't. Like,
exactly,
come on.
exactly. I mean, I was out with a shovel and I was like looking at myself and thinking, no, I can't dig a wild colony up. And then I would just saw a few construction cones that have just been standing there for maybe a year, so I don't know, and just tipped them over. Saw some worms under one of them, tipped the next one over, and then we had a Lasius colony. So
Oh
that
yeah,
was just
and
perfect for me.
now during summer and spring it's really nice actually, because as you said, construction cones exactly. That's actually where I found a lot of mine as well, and rocks and everything, because they put the brood up so that it's drier and hotter, so that they
Yeah,
can
exactly.
speed up the process. So that's actually really really nice that they do, so you don't
Yeah,
have to dig.
yeah. Good thing you don't need larvae because they would be
Yeah, they would be hard to
quite a
get.
lot
To
harder
get.
to get. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, it is just to end the kind of the death story. It's quite sad. Like we're both content creators and we have quite a lot of colonies, so you don't really feel whenever you lose one colony. Of course, if you have a personal
Yeah,
connection, you feel it. But the sad thing is, if you are a new ant keeper just starting up and these colonies just dying for no reasons,
dude,
that must be really hard.
I
That must be hard.
remember the first ever queen I caught. It was actually
You're
on the
you're you're
same.
you're, you're answering my next question without me asking it. Yeah, but go on.
No, but, it was actually the same day where I decided to create the YouTube channel. I was watching Ants Canada and was like, huh, I'm gonna go out and catch an ant queen. And so I walked outside on my lawn, and I found a from what I knew back then, like, oh my god, this is an ant queen. I caught her, I brought her inside. I took pictures of her. I put her on Ants Canada's forum, which was much more populated back then. Uh, so I got responses, and they like, that's a parasitic queen. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Because, well, obviously I could try to do something, but like, dude, I literally the first day of catching something, nah, don't try parasitism. It's
No, that's.
parasitism. It's too hard. Too
I've
hard.
recently started making some Danish TikToks, and I have gained more and more followers. And I also had a guy on Instagram say, "Hey, I found this queen, and I'm just looking at her. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's an umbratus. I'm so sorry." And then I tried to explain, yeah, that's not really a beginner-friendly species. Oh,
Yeah.
so I just have to go out and get brood. Yeah, it's not that easy.
I
I
mean,
mean, you can try, but it's just
Umbratus, though, I would say is the easiest parasitic species because you can get Flavus, and they are so timid and so like easier to care for. Because I found a Formica. It was probably not a Formica rufa, but some sort of parasitic Formica. In Sweden,
yeah.
they're really common, so that's probably why I found it. And if you mess up, you can actually stress them out too much, and they can just start spraying formic acid everywhere, essentially gassing their entire colony that you catch inside of
Yeah,
a test tube. So
I can imagine that. And then
yeah, I've done that mistake as well.
yeah, you almost have to introduce them in a large outworld then,
Yeah,
or
exactly.
something like that.
Or be um, knowledgeable about their behavior, and so that you don't stress them. It's
Yeah,
it's
true,
it's
true.
tough.
That's another reason.
That's another. Yeah.
So you got your parasitic queen, and then you decided to join ant keeping. When did you make your first YouTube video?
When did I make my first YouTube video?
I think it's a tutorial, if I remember a bit correct.
All right,
Doing my fan page
Mr.
rather.
Mr. Hollifer, you're gonna get the real juicy inside information now. All right, are you
Oh,
ready for this? You're
oh
gonna
yeah,
get
yeah.
no one knows this. No one knows about this. But my first video, I didn't even have an ant colony, but I made a video about how to make a nest.
That's why we never saw it in views, huh?
That's why it sucked.
I mean, 68,000 views is
Dude, don't
still
count the
that.
views. Look at the
No,
video and like the video sucks. It really does. Like the nest sucks. Like dude, I'm making so many mistakes there. Like I should remake that video ASAP. Honestly,
and then you
it's not
inspired
my
me to
proudest
go out
video.
and make a video a bit like it, making just as many mistakes. So yeah, thank
Yeah,
you. Yeah,
I
I
mean,
blame you.
I mean, shortly after, obviously, I learned a lot more, obviously. But it was just another hobby, another interesting thing to just hey, let's go. Because at the time I was already interested in like exotic pets. I think I had lizards and beetles already at the time. I can't remember. So I was already into exotic pet keeping. So
How old were
ants.
you at that time?
That is a very good question. I do not know. I am
I'm
20
I'm
now, and
I'm
that was
pretty
like
sure
4 years ago.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
your
dude, my
voice changed a
voice.
little
Oh
bit.
my
Yeah.
god. Don't talk about that.
So you're just such a
uh,
man. Oh my.
oh god. Yeah, sometimes I look back and I can't watch more than like 2 minutes, and it's too bad. It's horrible. It's a bit funny though to look back and how actually how a lot you change, like the
Yeah,
confidence and
you don't really
the
realize
voice.
it.
Nah.
Also, if I'm rewatching one of my old videos, I'm just hearing my mistakes in the voiceover all the way through. I'm
Yeah,
just sitting
man.
like,
Yeah.
no, why didn't I edit it out? It's not because
Yeah.
it takes that much time to fix up the small mistakes, but nope, I did not do that.
Nah, I used the Windows Movie Maker for like my first videos, and I think it shows
Indeed.
the transitions, and the cut.
Yeah,
And,
exactly.
oh my
It's
god!
always the transitions that too.
I think I also always had like the sound of the video on as well, and it's horrible. It's horrible, dude. All right, I don't want to talk about my earliest videos. I'm getting horrible flashbacks, dude. I should make so
Okay,
many
wait.
of them private because they're illegal. They
No,
should be illegal.
no, 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 no.
All right,
With
everyone
your
listening, don't go and watch them. Watch my newest videos. They are so much funnier. They're so much better. So much more informative. Actually, watch my oldest videos if you want to know how not to do. Yes, yes, that's basically it.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, to change the topic because you're clearly not happy in this topic. When I initially tried to reach out to you for more content reason, I had around 400 to 500 subscribers, and I asked if you want to join the Hall of a show. I don't know if you recall.
Yeah, I remember, of course.
Yeah. Why did you say that yes to that? Such a small creator. Did that mean anything or?
I mean, as I said, I do this just because it's fun. It's obviously fun to have 10,000 subscribers or something, but I don't
12.
keep
12.
yeah, I don't keep track of it. It's just a number, and I feel like I do everything because it's fun. And I saw you, and you did everything because it was fun. And I look at your content, and it was like, this is pretty cool. Hell yeah, I'll do it. Of course, like it's I've gotten some requests from other people that I didn't like really the content of the level, and then I declined. It's just like, hey, if it's good, it's good,
I'm blushing now. Now it's my turn. That's I mean, back then, I thought it was a mega moment. I mean, it was just kind of. I mean, you were one of the like Ants Norway, you Ants Canada, Ants Australia, like the guys who inspired me.
Don't compare me to them.
I,
We don't belong in the same sentence, man.
and remember, I found you while you had around before you made your 200 subscriber special. So before that.
Oh damn! The 200 subscribers special. Oof, I remember that. Okay, no. Let's not talk about those videos.
Why not? I think it's quite fun to go back in these memories.
Oh God.
So some of the questions we have got from the audience was what motivates you, or who motivates you, who inspired you to decide to make videos. Well, one thing is to make videos, but it was just like you wanted to join Ants Canada. Did you ever? Okay, I'm gonna rewrite the question. Did you ever like want anything out of your YouTube channel, or was it just
No.
pure fun and hobby?
Nothing at all. I just did it because it was fun. Like at the time, I was photographing a lot of birds, and I just gotten into macro photography. So it was just like at the time also I aspired to be like a filmmaker for some National Geographic or something. That was my what I wanted to work with in the future. So it was just like a way for me to explore that essentially. And I remember thinking like, yes, this would be nice, like track my progress, because in the start I just wanted to make like documentaries almost. It was my idea. That didn't really pan out, but that was just my idea. So yeah, it was just a fun thing. I
must say, although it took around a year before you made your European wood ant short documentary, I think that's some really pure gold.
Yeah, that one I was really proud of actually. It's a bit of a shame, but halfway through editing that video, I realized, I didn't check if this music was like copyright free, and then I emailed the creator and everything, and she was like, "Nah, you can't have ads on that video." Like all my hard work. Was a bit annoying, but yeah.
The tough life.
Yeah. No, it was a fitting track, so I decided to keep it.
Yeah. So one last.
You had done your research on my videos. That's kind of cool.
To be honest, I would like to say I've done your research, but I've just been such a massive fanboy, so I haven't done any research at all. I must say, it's just my pure knowledge from being since 200 subscriber special. Before you were, before you called us the scavengers. Before that.
Yeah. Let's go. Nice.
All the back then. So
hey, if anyone listening is also from the absolute start, it would be awesome for you to DM me on Instagram and get to know how you found me and what you thought. It's always fun to hear.
Yeah, I don't even know how I found you. I think it's just your first video you made went semi-viral.
Yeah, it did.
I think that's just how I found you, due to that first video. Quite impressive, must say. My first video did not. I think it has 300 views today, so 68,000 versus 300.
Well,
That's
it must be just like luck,
my,
because if you
my
actually
video.
look at the video, it's not
Oh,
good.
then you haven't seen my video. My video is a phone recording. So yeah,
Oh
that's
well.
talking about phone recording. Huh? See how working into my next question.
Hey.
Another question from the audience. What equipment do you use? Camera,
Hmm.
editing programs, etc.
Well, as I said in the start, I was already, a photographer, photographing birds, and was just starting to get into macro photography. So since then, I've used that camera, and it's a Nikon D5300. I think I don't have that written down here, but I'm pretty sure. And then for the macro lens, it's a 1:1 Nikon 60mm macro lens. I think it's f2.8. I can't remember that either. Sorry, I'm not prepared for this question.
That's
But
I mean, I didn't send you the questions beforehand, but yeah, okay.
I'm sorry.
it's,
No, but
it's all fun and games.
it doesn't really matter, honestly. Like, if you know who Exotic Slayer is, I don't know if he still does it, but he did a lot of recordings on his phone, and it doesn't really matter if you're good at recording, if you're charismatic, and if you know how to edit and everything, it pans out
Yeah,
perfectly.
exactly. It's not necessarily about the clip itself. It's more about the whole video.
Yeah, exactly. It's not about the gear at all. And that I learned the hard way when I was stupid enough, like 2 years ago now. I bought a super expensive, what is it called? Lens. Yeah, lens.
Yeah.
Which is the, what's it called? Uh, Sigma. It's a super macro lens that goes like 5:1 or something. It's a nuts, but it's super hard to use, and I've never really used it. It's super duper hard. But
Like
if anyone
the
is
focus
interested,
or what part of is it a hard?
yeah, exactly. Since it's so zoomed in, you have to have like a super nice tripod, and everything is just so much slower to record. And of course, the depth of field is just the shallowest. It's so shallow. You need a lot of light and everything. It's very hard. It's basically like a microscope on a camera.
Yeah,
Essentially.
whenever I have a 100mm macro lens, and then I have an extender to that, and whenever I take that extender on it, I just have to get the iOS.
Yeah,
Is
iOS,
yeah. So at
ISO,
least two
ISO.
yeah, so at least 2000 before I can get just one hand in focus.
Yeah.
And when I tap the record button, I have to wait like 5 seconds for the camera to stop shaking. It doesn't shake at all, but on the on the lens, it just
Yeah,
you
that's the
can't you
thing.
can't
That's the
use
thing.
anything.
The micro vibration. Yeah, when
Yeah,
it's that zoomed in, you can't you can't
yeah,
hold it, especially when you're recording.
yeah. And I have a wooden floor, so I have to stand completely still or just walk away, because if I stand near the tripod, the vibrations from the floor just makes the whole shot just to
Oh
throw out in
yes.
the trash. So.
Yep, I can relate. I also have a cheap ass tripod. The cheapest. Yeah. No, but if anyone is, more interested in getting some macro gear, like the only thing that you quote unquote need is at least 1:1 macro lens, because that's true macro. That's when you can actually get some nice close-ups.
Yeah, not
But
all of that zooming.
what do you
Not,
mean?
not all of that digital zooming.
Exactly,
Then
exactly, exactly.
yeah,
Um,
I'm
but
pretty
as you
sure.
said,
I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me, but I heard Formicast when he interviewed Endurance, and I think Endurance. I don't know if you know him. Do you know him?
yeah, I know.
Yeah, he doesn't have a macro lens. He just have a long like a bird like a
Hmm.
lens that not
Telephoto,
macro. Yeah,
yeah,
something I'm not that
something
good
like
with
that. Yeah.
camera. And he has amazing shots, and that's just because he uses the lens in a different way than it's meant to be. But again, don't quote me. But I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a macro lens, and he has some pretty amazing macro shots
Hmm,
in his videos.
that's interesting.
So
He might be reusing some reverse ring or some extension tubes. I'm not sure either. But yeah, well, then I guess he's a prime example of just start. If you want to do something, just go ahead. You don't need all the prep, all the items and the gear. Just start doing it if you want to.
I must say, from my question side, I don't have any more questions. Well, except I think you asked the question when I asked for questions saying when you became such a idol, but you've been that the entire time, my friend.
It's so weird, man. It's so weird. I get also other people who says like on DM, "Oh my God, you're the one who inspired me to keep ads." I'm like, what, me?
But you have 12,000 subscribers. When
Well, I
when
guess.
I had 500 subscribers, I also got a message like you inspired me. Like, is it a joke? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
It was like
it feels surreal. It's really, really weird, actually.
so
I try to not get it to my head and boost my ego too much, but yeah, it's
it's
kind of cool.
I think it's just fun because I remember again looking back with my first comment I made on your video asking how to catch a queen, and I wanted to see a queen in your setup. Yeah, one of the setups that where you clearly did not have an anchor only, maybe. That's
Yo, probably not, man.
little cheater. And then I found the questions a few years later, and then I saw you had responded to me, and then I just ghosted you.
Oh, nice,
and
nice.
I sat down like, oh.
Yeah, I try to reply to every comment in the start at least.
Do you still try that, or how does it
Yeah,
work today?
in the first 2 days at least, I do.
So how many comments do you get on your videos? Because I get like one a day maybe on my old videos generally. How often do you check your studio app, or do you even have a studio app?
I never check my studio app. As I said, I do this just for fun. Like it's just I don't look at any numbers. It's yeah.
In other
But
words, if you want to say something and you want him to check it out, do it within the first 2 days of the video, or ask him on Instagram. Do you
exactly. Yeah, on Instagram I reply to everyone though. That's really fun to have a conversation with people who just want to ask about like tips or like if they need help or anything. It's that they always try to help. That's really fun actually.
Well, either way, it has. I think like this is like the my first podcast. We have 30 minutes now, and I think we can push it another 10, just because we want to push it another 10. So shall we see if
Oh
we can
damn, we're
find
at
it?
30 minutes then. Time flies
Yeah.
by when you're having fun.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So let's go over some basic questions. Your favorite species you currently keep?
Ooh, that I currently keep. Well, a Swedish species. That would be Formica fusca. I don't really know why. I think it's because they are very inquisitive and they don't spray as far as like Formica rufa or something or the other like red wood ants.
Yeah.
They're really inquisitive, quick, and that matte combo with like shiny black gaster is just oof. It's so slick.
Then I'm guessing you have a colony then.
Yes, I do.
How big is that colony then?
It's now you're putting me on the spot, but it's multiple queens. I think it's like four queens and well maybe 100 workers or so. It's pretty young. I actually recently got it. I've always had a Formica fusca colony, but it's always I either sold it or gave it away or it died or something like that. It always happens. But yeah, other than that, non-Swedish species.
Yeah, non-native.
Non-native. Well, ooh, that would be the colony that I'm getting next week. Ooh.
Oh,
Which is
spoiler.
I'm gonna make a video on actually.
Video. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you heard it here first.
Let's
Even though
go.
this podcast will come out in a week, but still, you heard it here
Dude,
first.
yeah, my video won't come out in like another month probably.
Okay.
No me.
Then I can claim you heard it here first.
Yes.
So
But
what
yeah,
colony is that?
my what do you say?
What species are you getting then?
You'll have to wait and see, my friend.
Ah,
It's
then
really
you
cool though. Like I've never kept such a cool species. It's a dream. It's a dream come true. Like it is a dream. It's a very kind person who has gifted it to me, and he's the best. And I'm super jealous of all the species he keeps because holy smoke, some people are spoiled or spoil themselves with a lot of cool colonies.
Are we out in leafcutter territory or Australian? Where can you at least say where they are from?
Well, it's a Ponerinae species from South America. There we go.
I did not understand that, but yeah, okay, we'll see. Then.
It's a cool ant. It's a cool ant.
So how many exotic ants do you have then right now? Considering all non-native to Sweden are considered exotics.
Damn, I don't keep these numbers, bro. In my
So
private
it's
collection,
quite a lot. Then I can hear.
it's in my private collection. It's probably non-Swedish is pretty easy because we only got like 76 species in Sweden.
Wow.
So maybe like 10 in my private collection,
Okay, then setting you
and
on
most of them European, obviously.
putting you on the spot. What of those 10 colonies are then your favorite?
Well, I have to say my Polarakis laevigata colony, because they're just it's the first exotic species that colony that I got, and they're just so friendly and easy to keep, and they have stopped growing, and they're mature. They have gotten it late, which is really fun and sad, but it's really cool to see that you're doing a great job, and I like their setup, and they're arboreal, which is really cool. I really want to get more arboreal species because it's just a whole other thing when they actually utilize the space given to them and not just
Uh,
the ground.
and for all those, including me, not knowing what arboreal is, what is that?
Oh yes. Well, arboreal is when they live in the trees, in
Oh,
nature,
okay.
or in bark. They can weave nests, gluing together leaves and etc. But this species, in comparison to like Polarakis divus, this species doesn't really weave that much. I've seen them use silk a bit inside of their nests, but I've given them some cork nests, which I also plan to make a video on someday and on how to make a nest like that.
And
Yeah,
how big is that setup then? Or is it just a small setup since they are not able
it's
to weave or?
exactly. They well, when I got them as another species, and they were wrongly ID'd. So
Oh,
this species that I have, I'm pretty sure they are, is Polyrakis laevigata, and they are very understudied. And like the little information I found is that they are from Thailand, or like the native to Thailand area, and that they are arboreal. And I didn't really find any information on how large they get and etc. But it seems not that large at all, because as I said, they have gotten female elite, which from what I know is a sign that they are mature.
yeah.
The colony
They have
says
it. Yeah, they have around the final size maybe.
exactly. So they're still really small. So maybe 50 workers or something. Just under 50, probably below 50. Yeah,
Nice.
that would be my favorite, I think, just because of their sentimental value.
I must say, with all your fine Mr. Words, is that just because you are studying biology, or is it just because you just know weird things?
I don't. I don't know. I think it's just because I'm interested. I guess it's well, you get used to using scientific words or whatever. I don't want to hide road or anything. It's not that I know more than everyone
I
just because I study biology or something like that. But well, yeah, I guess a combination of both or something. I don't know.
what's your goal with studying biology?
Well, it's a pretty silly goal, but I want to get
Oh,
paid while sitting
oh,
in a tree in Madagascar collecting insects.
that is
That's my
that
dream.
that doesn't sound silly at all.
That's my dream, man. That's my dream. So yeah, an
In
entomologist,
Madagascar.
at least. Yeah,
Yeah,
Madagascar. I want to travel there so badly, man. They've got the weirdest animals there, dude. Like not just insects, or especially insects, but like but other animals as well. Like the craziest. I have a friend. Yeah, I'll just go out and say it. Nordic ants. He's been to Madagascar, and it was just he told me these stories about the different like millipedes he found that were just huge, and like other animals there, which are just the craziest. Madagascar is awesome, and Australia, of
That
course.
sound that does sound really awesome. I mean, yeah, it's really fun hearing yeah, just sitting and chatting with other, not necessarily ant YouTubers, but just other people within the ant community.
Hmm.
Just because it's funny because my goals just nothing like that. I just want to make some videos and have some fun and just live my
Yeah.
life. And then you just think, I want to travel the world to study.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess that's why I don't really focus my YouTube channel that much, because it's just a side thing. Because I wanna, you know, get into the more scientific about ants specifically. And you focus on YouTube a lot, and you know you're on that grind. So it's just different priorities, and that's awesome in my opinion.
Do you follow My Living World Ants? Because
Um,
he's also currently studying biology. And
no,
having
I
some,
don't think I
he's also having some very fine words doing his videos.
do. Well,
So,
I'll
but,
have to chat with him then.
but talking about YouTube, how many ant YouTubers do you follow? Is it like
Um,
just a little hobby thing, or do you follow a
it's
lot?
I on my aunt Scandinavia Insta, I follow, I would say, a lot. But you know, as I said, I'm not really, you know, engaged that much in the community. I feel like I maybe should be more, because obviously people enjoy my content and everything like that. But yeah,
It's all
I don't
about
think
those priorities.
yeah, exactly. I don't think I'm engaged enough to say that I follow a lot of people. No.
I can just for all those sitting here wondering how many he follows. He follows 281 people on Instagram.
Oh well,
But
there you go.
yeah, we made it 10 minutes longer, and I think we are about to end this podcast. So,
Right.
is there any final words you want to say? Final thoughts about ant keeping? And
Yeah.
yeah,
I've had a lot of people asking me, you know, like, oh, is this gear enough? And that's what we talked about. So, like, just start, just go out there, catch some ants, learn a bit, watch some YouTube. If you want to record, do it. Like, just go ahead. Looking at the numbers, in my opinion, is very. It sets you on the wrong track in the start. Obviously,
it
if
can
you
be
want to
really
have a goal,
demotivating.
exactly, and it's just create good content that you think is good, then you're gonna have fun.
It's funny because I've always been reading my numbers a lot. I've never really like been happy or sad when they've been up or down, but I check my YouTube like so many times a day. Not just seeing I got a new subscriber. That's nice. It's not like for anything real, but you also have this addiction because when it stands still, you just have an addiction. And I must say, as a person who are quite addicted to just checking, oh, did I get another subscriber? Not even because I want another subscriber, just it's a bad habit, and I would definitely recommend, like you say, don't look too much into the statistics.
Yeah, especially with like viral videos and views, especially. I feel like as we discussed, like my earliest videos are disproportionately viewed. They're horrible. So it's just it's the algorithm, man. It's random. It's yeah, it's out of your control most of the times.
Yeah, it really is. It's so random to look at, and that's also why if you want to make videos, just make videos. Don't do it for people. I had also a person asking, like, I want to do this, and can you shout me out so I get a lot of followers? But,
Yeah, exactly. No,
yeah,
oh, I can't,
it's not really about getting the followers and just getting a shout out. It's about making. I mean, if a person make really great videos and I see he has like 200 subscribers, I will shout him out.
Yeah,
like,
that's another thing.
if it's not like I don't want to say you don't deserve it, but just to work slowly and up and improve your quality. And someday I will look at you and think, whoa, why hasn't this guy been noticed? But by that time, you have probably been noticed, because that is how things work.
Yeah,
you will get noticed if you make great content.
and a great colony, probably.
Yeah. That's quite important as well. I mean, I just have to record my Mr. Barbaros, and then it's my #1 video. It's not even kidding. Again, you don't go into that much into your statistics, but if you have a YouTube channel, you have these. Your video gets, I don't know, it gets sorted with your last 10 videos, and you can see like how good is it compared to the last 10 videos. And if I just show my Mr. Barbaros, it just hits my #1, even though, yeah, just because it's Mr. Barbaros. But yeah, that's a whole nother topic.
Popular species.
Yeah, but I must say, thank you for sitting down and chatting with me. Sadly, we did not have Hans Britannia, but I think we made it through just perfect. and we got a lot more personal without him. So yeah, it's definitely a lot better now. If you're hearing this as pretending, yeah, we're better off without you. But please join the next episode because I still want to talk with you. But yeah. Yeah, but yeah, so that has been the end of the Ant Pod episode number 2. Once again, thank you for joining me and Scandinavia. And if you don't already follow him on Instagram and YouTube, go follow and subscribe. Although he isn't that active, I think we got that pretty clarified. But yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, thank you for joining, and
thank you for having me.
Yeah. Thank you for. I don't know how to end this podcast. Will you say goodbye? Yeah, bye. Yeah, goodbye, everybody. It's been nice having you here, and yeah, see you all in another episode. Bye. Do you also want to say one last bye as well?
Bye.
Oh, amazing. That's gonna be the end now, and I'm gonna cut the video for now.